Okay, good morning, everybody. We're here for our weekly Marion County Board of Commissioners meeting. It is Wednesday, July 1st, only really getting close to that big kabang on Saturday.
Can you tell?
Yeah, it's all decorated really nice.
It looks very nice.
It's July 1st, 2026. We're in the Senator hearing room at Courthouse Square. As always, we stand and do the Pledge of Allegiance, and we should do that together right now.
Great.
Join us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
250 years. Wow. We were just, Commissioner, we were just talking before we opened the board session that I remember the bicentennial. In fact, I went around the United States the year after the bicentennial in a Volkswagen van, 13,000 miles. And that we were here for the bicentennial, some of us. We're here for the 200, I don't even know how to say, the attorney could probably say it.
That one.
Whatever, we're here for the 250th on Saturday, but I won't be here for the 300th. That's kind of an
You might be. Technology, science.
be frozen. All right.
I mean, technology and science.
Yeah, you never know. Okay, well, no, the way I feel, it's not going to be there. Okay, so we have nobody signed up for public comment this morning, and we have a proclamation to start off with. So we're going to consider approval of a proclamation recognizing the celebrating July 4th, 2026 as the United States 250th anniversary.
Commissioner, I'm pretty sure Kendall is supposed to join Jonathan. No? She's shaking her head vigorously no. She's an intern in our office. He's like, nope.
Wait a minute, Kendall, you should, because you'll have this tape.
You don't have to talk. You can just sit.
You'll have
No.
this. You'll have this tape, and you will be here for the 300th.
True.
Yeah.
She's like,
And
I'm not even going to use words.
You'll be able to say, hey, I remember this commissioner said he wouldn't be here, and here I was. Here I am. Jonathan, sorry.
Good morning, Commissioners. For the record, I'm Jonathan Sanford, Senior Policy Analyst in the Marion County Board of Commissioners Office. Today, it is my honor to bring before you a proclamation recognizing America's 250th year as a nation. 250 years ago, 56 men signed a document that would forever change the course of history, the Declaration of Independence. It was not merely a message to the British Crown, it was a declaration to the world that the American people would no longer be governed without their consent and that the cause of liberty was worth defending. When they signed the Declaration of Independence, they understood the risks. By placing their names on the Declaration, they were committing what the British Crown considered to be a formal act of treason. They risked their lives, their livelihoods, and their families. Many lost homes, businesses, and property during the Revolutionary War. Some were imprisoned. All knew that failure could cost them everything. Despite this, they signed, not because it was easy, but because it was the right thing to do. That courage became the foundation of a nation unlike any the world had seen. It was founded on this enduring principle expressed in the Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It was with that same courage that Americans moved westward. Thousands crossed the Oregon Trail, enduring incredible hardship in pursuit of opportunity to build a better future for their families and for the generations to come. Here in Marion County, we carry on with the indomitable American and pioneering spirit as reflected every day in the farmers who steward our land, the small business owners who strengthen our communities, the veterans who have defended and still defend our freedoms, the neighbors who come forward to help one another when times are difficult, and the first responders who knowingly put themselves into danger to answer the call. As we celebrate our nation's 250th birthday, We should take the time to remember our history and remember the ideals that have sustained this republic for 2.5 centuries. May we honor those who came before us by preserving the freedoms they secured and by passing them on to the generations that follow. It is my very great honor to bring before you this proclamation commemorating the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. Thank you.
It's pretty awesome.
It's pretty awesome. I remember the sesquicentennial. This is the semi-quincentennial. The word is like same letters with an M instead of an N. At the Capitol, I was working basically as an advocate for a state agency, and the Capitol was like overwhelmed with activities. There was a whole planning committee, which I had the honor of being on, and are we doing anything this year? I just drove by and I was like, there's a couple of flags. It's kind of I hope that, I know that like St. Paul started yesterday. I'm headed over there this afternoon.
We're going.
So I know there's a huge celebration in lots of areas of the state. But this is a big deal. Doing 50 years.
Yeah, you're what a great statement that you just read. All the things that are in there, pretty emotional, and grateful and thankful for this country that we live in. And just when you said in there for the volunteers, and just thinking of last week, the veterans, the Courtney Place home, the veterans, and Jessica sent an email to me, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago that they're doing their annual fishing trip for the veterans.
Yeah.
I just forwarded it to the foundation, and they ended up, everybody up there, all the volunteers, took all those guys and gals, took them out fishing on 4 boats, bought them lunch, beverages, dessert, just, to recognize those people that have preserved our liberty. And then I always think of the pursuit of happiness in that statement, and happiness is, and a lot of people think of happiness in different ways, but I really believe that they were talking about being able to go out and work and being able to pursue wealth and to generate things that would help your community and help your family. And sometimes we forgot that there's a blessing in work, and to be able to, how do you feel after you go dig a ditch, or how do you feel after you fix my faucet, right? Not you,
Not me.
your husband,
Not
or
doing-
whoever, a plumber,
I wasn't
whatever.
there.
We all are created to go out and work and to give back, and there's benefits that come with that. That's the pursuit of happiness that I believe that I think is unique about this country that we have to really work to preserve. Is that I think of starting a small business as I was able to do, 30 years ago. It's hard. It's harder to do it now, and I think we need to preserve those things with being careful about regulations and policies that we pass that prevent people from being able to pursue happiness that they do. So, any other things that staff? Any comments? This is a really big deal here. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Well, I move to approve a proclamation recognizing and celebrating July 4th, 2026 as the United States 250th anniversary.
I'll second that motion.
Do you want me to be the chair?
Huh?
You have
Oh,
a
do you want to
motion?
pass? Do you want to, okay, well,
You
it's
need
been
a-
a while since
I'm
I did
like,
this,
I'm
right?
not the chair. I mean, I'll do it.
Okay,
A motion in a second?
Any other comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, now you can read the proclamation,
I'm
please.
sorry.
I was waiting for you to read the
I know you were.
proclamation.
I'm like, ugh. All right. Before the Board of Commissioners for Marion County, Oregon, in the matter of recognizing and celebrating July 4th, 2026 as the United States 250th anniversary, a proclamation. This matter came before the Marion County Board of Commissioners at its regularly scheduled public meeting on July 1st, 2026. Whereas on July 4th, 1776, the Second Continental Congress adopted the Declaration of Independence, asserting the colony's right of self-governance and freedom from tyranny. And on July 4th, 2026, the United States will commemorate its 250th anniversary, the semi-quincentennial, And whereas for 250 years, the American story has been shaped by Americans who crossed frontiers, built communities, served their neighbors, carried freedom forward, and sacrificed in defense of America. And whereas Oregon's history reflects that same courage and determination, from its varied landscapes to the explorers, pioneers, farmers, missionaries, merchants, public servants, and families who sought opportunity and a new beginning. And
whereas the Oregon Trail became a lasting symbol of westward courage as thousands traveled more than 2,000 miles by wagon, river, and foot in search of opportunity and a future. And whereas Oregon's civic life was shaped on May 2nd, 1843, when settlers gathered at Champoeg and voted in support of forming a provisional government, followed by the adoption of the Organic Act of July 5th, 1843, and by Oregon's admission to the Union as the 33rd state on February 14th, 1859. And whereas Marion County, originally created as Champoeg District on July 5th, 1843, and renamed in 1849 for Revolutionary War General Francis Marion, reflects Oregon's legacy of freedom, service, agriculture, faith, family, and community from the Willamette River to the Cascade foothills. And whereas America's 250th birthday invites Marion County to reflect on our nation's journey, honor its founding, recognize Oregon's adventurous spirit, and build a stronger future. And now, therefore, the Marion County Board of Commissioners proclaims July 4th, 2026 as America's 250th birthday celebration day and encourages all residents to commemorate this milestone with gratitude, responsibility, and hope. Dated at Salem, Oregon, this first day of July 2026. We get to have a photo?
I guess.
Right in front of these beautiful flowers, or in front of that screen?
Kendall, can you join a photo? Okay, I have tried.
All right. Warrior, patriot.
I did.
I was thinking I had to go to the rodeo today, and I was going, okay, what can I wear?
I brought a little change of clothes.
Yeah, well,
In advance.
See if we get it done.
I was, yeah. What, we want that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, here, stand on this side.
Come on, Steve.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
wait,
You guys ready?
no. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Okay, and then can we get one in front with that screen? Or which way, what would be best, John?
This screen, if we're doing a screen, because it's dimmer, the brighter ones, it's gonna wash out.
That's the
Or
point.
just-
If it's dimmer, it won't be, you won't have a glare on it if you
Yeah,
do
it
in
won't
front
have
of
a
this.
glare on your faces.
Okay. So where do you want us, like right here?
If you're between the flag and the logo, all of you, then.
Like here?
Yeah, tuck right in there.
Here, I'll stand it.
Yes.
You got a red, white, and blue on your forehead.
Kevin's
I
got
do?
a,
Yes.
Kevin's got a thing on his forehead. Yeah, there we go.
How's that?
Sorry, if you
That's
get it,
good.
it'll be on your face, just turn around right here.
You guys ready?
I'll bend down.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. One more. Thank you.
All right. Jonathan,
You just take it upstairs.
there you go.
Good job.
You should have gotten in the photo. You see him snap one at you? He turned around and took one at you.
I have her in a picture in the audience.
All right. 250 years. I just think of the changes my dad's seen in 93 years, and wow.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
All right. we will take the consent calendar, Commissioner, if you want to move that.
All right, I move to approve the consent calendar. Under Health and Human Services, approve a contract for services with Tanya Bailey, DBA, Sabia Mental Health, in the not-to-exceed amount of $667,000 to provide skilled medical assessment and psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner services to individuals receiving mental health services at Marion County Health and Human Services through June 30th, 2028. Approve the class-specific special procurement for non-Oregon Health Plan community and residential assistance to issue multiple contracts over a period of time to qualified providers with a total estimated cost of $1.2 million per year. Under Public Works, approve Amendment Number 3 to the Memorandum of Understanding between the Marion County Board of Commissioners and Marion County Public Works to close out the American Rescue Plan Act LeBrun Road Realignment Project, reduce project grant amount funding in the amount of $776,608.66 for a new not-to-exceed MOU total of $22,391.34, and return unspent grant funds for reallocation to other ARPA projects. And finally, under Tax Office, approve an order for the cancellation of uncollectible property tax accounts for tax ID numbers 128340, 127835, 320818, 129081, 349453, and 131911 as referenced in Exhibit A in the total amount of $52,224.95.
I'll second the motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes, and we have completed our work for the day. Anything,
Well, at least this part of the day.
well.
I have a long
form-
day.
Anything you want to share? I was saying, I was telling Jan before you got here that there was, I think, 20 counties represented
Yeah,
at,
I mean, at least.
at the legislative
I could
conference.
go around it was the biggest ledge retreat conference I've seen AOC have since I've been a commissioner. They had county administrators, a couple of county administrators were there. There was, Oasis was present. It was actually a
Yeah,
really
Multnomah
great.
had 2 commissioners there.
Yep, Megan Moyer and
Right.
Vince Dixon Jones.
Yep. Yeah, it was really well attended, so.
It's a very robust conversation, really enhanced the priorities for this coming leg session on things that counties are gonna, work to collaborate with legislators to understand the why behind.
Yeah.
And hope to prevent crazy chaos in policy.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
All right, and now we're gonna go and do the rest of our business today, tomorrow, and then we're gonna have, Friday, the offices will be closed, right? And then we'll have a fantastic, safe celebration over Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, Saturday, so it'll be
Yeah.
great.
So many
Okay.
things happening.
All right,
Happy 4th of July.
if there's nothing else, we will adjourn.